First, I headed to the Dollarama and picked up 7 plastic clipboards. I also picked up these handy 3M poster mounting strips. Because my clipboards have gold logos and graphics in the center, I decided to cover them up using these fun and kid-friendly stickers I purchased off of Amazon. Once I peeled and stuck the stickers into the center, I grabbed my 3M poster mounting strips. Adhere one of the sticky strip sides to the back center of the clipboard. Apply one board at a time to your wall, carefully pressing the sticky strip to the wall side. Now your little artists can hang up their newest creations, allowing them to switch their displays whenever they want to. This next way to use clipboards is the perfect way to keep those messy calendars, loose papers, and chaotic activity lists at bay. Using 3 clipboards purchased from the Dollarama, I gave them a quick upgrade with acrylic paint and a sponge brush. Once dry, flip each clipboard over and apply your trusty 3M poster command strips to the back center of each board. Stick each board carefully to the wall in a cohesive line. Lastly, clip in each calendar, summer meal menu, sports chart, or chore list to ensure your family stays organized without a million magnets stuck to your fridge.
Let's update this plain old corkboard with no power tools required. Grab some fun fabric to place over the corkboard itself. Once you have your fabric, cut a square slightly larger than the corkboard. Then attach the overhang of the fabric to the back of the board using just a few push pins. Let a hot glue gun heat up and then using the hot glue, go around the push pins to attach the fabric to the board. Let it dry for a few minutes and then remove all push pins and add in more hot glue to the areas where the push pins were. Be sure to fold in the extra fabric in each corner as you would when you were wrapping a present too. After that, I hung it up on our office wall and I used some push pins to attach a to-do list, some fun mementos, and pictures as well. And now you have a cute, quick and easy do-it-yourself corkboard for your home or office.
For today's project, we're going to head down to Habitat for Humanity. We're going to save this shutter from a drizzly day and see what we can do. First thing, lay out some cardboard and we're going to lay that shutter down. What we want to do is get some high grit sandpaper. Just sand all the edges, gets rid of any imperfections and all the burrs. But don't worry, we are going to paint it. We just want to get rid of any gloss and make sure it looks smooth. Next is where the hinges go. We got to get rid of those holes. We want to fill them in because once we paint this, it's going to stand out. So just use some spackle, cover all the holes, especially if there's any staples or anything of the sort, and then a light sanding will fill it in. Next step is kind of cool. I grabbed some gray primer and just started painting. Now, like I've said before, we got to make sure when we're spraying any project that we go light on it. It's always better to do 2 or 3 light coats than 1 heavy coat. Reason for this is the spray paint loves to puddle up or pool or drip, and we don't want that. We want to make it look nice every time. The color turned out perfect, so we brought it inside. And on the top, we went to the very middle, and we're going to put some hooks. These are very simple, inexpensive. All you got to do is lay them out and mark where the holes go. I love doing pre-drilling. I don't like to split the wood when I'm putting the screws in, so every time, even if it's a small drill bit, use a pilot hole. These are very simple to put in, and if you do use a pilot hole, you can use a screwdriver. Of course, I have a drill, so I'm going to use that. We're going to put one in the middle and one on each side. Again, I put this at the top, but this is your project. You can put these hooks anywhere you want. Next, I need to have a whiteboard. That way I can leave messages or notes for me or for the family. But how do we put it on? Well, I grabbed a little bit of extra epoxy glue that I had laying around, and I love it because it is strong. Just a 2-part system you mix together, and then I lay it out right underneath where the whiteboard's going to go and just put it right on top of the slats, just like that, just in a few random areas. It's very simple. All you got to do is lay it down and let it sit for about 10 minutes and it's going to be perfectly strong. Next, I grabbed this little Home Sweet Home bucket that I got, but I need to put a hook on the back side. So I grabbed the pliers, bent the hook, and a little extra of the epoxy that I had and put it right on the back. I didn't want to put any screws through the bucket, so this epoxy is so amazing that it's just going to go ahead and clamp it right there with a clothespin and hold it on. While that's drying, I want to get some twine so I can give our little shutter a little bit of a rustic look. Just go ahead and put a knot in it. I'm going to put it through a small clothespin that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. Just tie it on there, real simple. If you have any extra, just cut it off on the end, not a problem. Then I'm going to go ahead and just clip it right onto the shutters. That way it's adjustable. I can put it anywhere I want. I went with the V look on it, and I can hang things from this, like pictures or postcards. Not a problem. Next, we got to hang the shutter itself. The shutter is lightweight, so it just takes a simple hook on the back. Make sure you pre-drill, and now let's hang it up. As you can see, I got the hooks on top, and I've got the whiteboard, and I found this cool little shelf. It goes right into the shutters. The great thing is it's not permanent. You can just put it anywhere. Don't forget that bucket. We'll put that there. And just look at this amazing project. I can hang my keys, leave notes, hang up any postcards or sticky notes that I need, and it's got everything I need: dog leash, hats, and my wallet.
Head to a hardware store and grab a very large piece of foam board. Then find a very large piece of fabric that is even bigger than the foam board. I shopped my house and found an old curtain panel that was the perfect size. I cut the fabric ties off the top and was ready to roll. Try to get any wrinkles out of the fabric at this time. You will need a big space to work. Lay your fabric out with the print side facing down. Then place the foam board on top of the fabric with at least 2 inches of fabric on each side of the board. Starting on the short side of the foam board, wrap the fabric over the top of the board, pull it taut, and staple with a staple gun. A hand stapler will work just fine for this. Pulling the fabric taut and laying a staple. Once the short ends are stapled, go to a long side of the board. Start in the center, pull the fabric firmly, and staple. Staple this side evenly back and forth until the entire side is stapled. Repeat the same process for the fourth side. Now take a whole bunch of command strips and apply them to the back side of the board around the entire perimeter. Don't apply to the fabric, just to the board itself. Peel off the back coverings from the command strips and get ready to hang this on the wall. You can hang this either horizontally or vertically, depending on your space. The pattern on my board made it perfect for vertical hanging. You now have an enormous bulletin board to use. I'm using mine in our mudroom as our family central communication board. Hang family names with a clipboard of the daily to-do list. Pin up a calendar, family photos, small shopping bags, inspirational quotes, and fun decorative items.
The next time you're at the dollar store, head to the office supplies and grab 3 of these brown clipboards. To change the color and give the boards an older feel, I'm going to use some creamy colored paint to cover both the boards and the metal clips. For the metal clips, I want to make sure to cover all of the clip, including the underside. The boards do soak up a bit of paint, but it doesn't take much to cover them. It's time to decorate the boards. Before I do, I want to give the metal clips a little bit of age, so I'm going to use some gritty sandpaper to knock off the paint from the edges and the high points. To finish up the boards, I want to add some special little touches to the bottom third of each one. I raided my lace and ribbon box and found lots of little bits of my grandmother's lace and some leftover ribbon. These will be perfect. I want each board to be a little different, so I'm just going to play with these and add layers of ribbon and lace until I like how it looks together. As a final little touch, I also want to add a little piece of the ribbon or the lace to the top hole in the clipboard. I'm just going to slip it through the hole and then tie it in a loose knot. Now I need to add my photos and the clipboards will be ready for hanging. To make hanging my new photo display super easy, I'm going to use command hooks. I just attach the removable strip to the wall and then stick the clip to it. I am thrilled with how pretty these clipboards look with the pictures of my family. Who knew a clipboard could look so good? I hope this has inspired you to grab some clipboards the next time you're at the dollar store and make your own photo display. Have fun! Thanks so much for watching Home Talk. I'll see you next time.